Hey guys, welcome to Movement Monday for another week. So today it's a mobility movement, and the mobility movement we're going to do is going to hit the shoulders. Okay, so if you train consistently over a long period of time, what you normally find is that there are certain areas that become tight or a bit achy over time, and generally speaking that's going to be your knees, your hips and the shoulders. So these are the areas that obviously are important to ensure that you correctly over time continue to work with. We can add the ankles in there, maybe even the wrists as well. These sort of areas are going to generally over time get wear and tear or get sort of beaten up, and that means that you just need to keep looking after them for longer and working with them a bit more each time. As you get older, obviously the pain persists and gets a little bit worse, but doesn't mean we stop. It just means we need to find ways around the pain to train and to keep getting stronger and to keep getting fitter. So the important thing to ensure is generally that your daily habits, things that you can do daily, like for example the sort of 5-10 minutes of mobility that I talked about in the past. Okay, I will be doing a couple of sort of mini videos to come. I want to start doing a few routines that I do myself, so that you guys can see that and start bringing that into your routines as well. But the idea is that each time you come back into it, if you do that 5-10 minutes every day, it makes the world of difference in terms of how you feel and how you actually perform when you do turn up to the gym. So today I want to talk about the shoulder and talk about a shoulder stretch. We did the pec stretch, seems a long time ago now, probably, I don't know, 2-3 months ago we did the pec stretch. This is a bit more of an intense shoulder stretch, and it does require you to have some form of equipment, but as I'll explain in a minute, you could use a table or something else anyway, or a chair, but I'm going to show you with a barbell how to get into the position and what its sort of effect is for. So I'll pop you down here and we'll talk about it. So as you can see, I'm demonstrating it here with a barbell, and it's the best tool you can use, but you can also use anything basically you can reach behind and get hold of is going to be good for this stretch. Now the goal of this one is obviously to work on getting the shoulder rotation back. Okay, so that will really be front delts, will really get the stretch in this one. And the best thing to do is to start easy and to work your way up to it. Okay, I've done this a couple of times, so my flexibility is a bit better now than it was. But you may find that actually to begin with, you're not going to be able to get into that right angle, almost back position like this. Okay, you might find that your shoulders are so tight you can only really get into sort of these positions before you really start feeling a stretch. So rather than force yourself into a position and obviously cause an injury or more problems, obviously it's better to progress up to it. Okay, but the stretch, the best way to do it, I'm going to stand up, so I'll be off camera just for a sec. You grab hold of the barbell behind you, okay, and then basically just kneel down into it, okay, and then you sit in that position, and then you basically try and get your chest nice and proud, sitting up, bring the hips through as well, so you're straightening up that back, okay, getting that posterior chain sort of strong and sort of stiff at the end, and then from there, you should feel a real stretch go across the shoulder, down, and probably, if you're as tight as I am, down into the pectoral muscles as well, down towards the elbow. So you see from there, as I say, the more sort of tight you're going to be, probably the less likely you are going to be able to push out to there. But just keep working on it. Hold that position for about a minute. Just stick into that position and just feel the stretch and hold that position from there, okay? As you feel more confident too, okay, obviously you can raise the bar up a little bit more or bring the hands in a little bit more, okay, and that will intensify that stretch that bit more. And really the goal is, there's no sort of right and wrong with this. As I say, it's more of a, just a nice stretch for the shoulders, just to sort of get them a bit looser and work from there. When you train a lot of weights, and if you do a lot of sort of the functional stuff that we do here, it's fairly shoulder dominant, so ensuring you've got healthy shoulders and they can move for the full range and they're sort of pain and ache free is going to be important for your performance and important for your long-term health as well. So this stretch, as I say, it really is nice. It just gets into that position and it can be progressed or regressed quite easily. by raising and lowering the point in which you're anchoring onto, which you're holding onto. So if you don't have a barbell, obviously, if you want to do this one at home, I've done it on a table. Okay, so I just sort of get into a position and reach behind on a table. You can do it with one arm as well on a table. Okay, so you can obviously put your hand on the table and then lower yourself down and just do it one arm at a time, in which case that's not a problem either, but that will get the job done as well. Or you can use a chair or something else if you've got the flexibility to hold onto the back of the chair, obviously from there without it rocking too much. But the basis is there. You have an anchoring point, you put your hands on it, you kneel down or sit down into it, and then that will stretch out the pecs, stretch out the front delts, and obviously, as I say, the biceps as well might get a bit of a stretch on there. So it'll show you how tight you might be around that joint. And really, as I say, any tightness obviously is going to push or pull the joint out of place. And any movement that you do when it's not aligned, or when it's, you know, when the one muscle is tighter than the other, then obviously you're continuously teaching your body to sort of be in that position, be in that tight position, and it will obviously compensate. And certain muscles will take more load than the other ones, which means then eventually you will pick up injuries, or the muscles become so tight that you feel pain within them and can't actually move the shoulder properly, can't function that shoulder. So that little stretch hopefully will help you out. Give it a little go. And as I say, over the next couple of weeks, my goal is to do a couple of mini sort of videos of just going through the exercises, how long you should be doing each stretch. And as I say, it's a 5 to 10 minute sort of daily mobility thing that you need to just do first thing in the morning, last thing at night, or when you've got 5-10 minutes just to sit around in the day. That is the shoulder stretch though, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. Any stretches or any movements you want me to go over, obviously just click on the comments below and I'll go through them with you. Okay guys, have a great week. Just be awesome. I'll catch you later.